very good morning to the honorable judges, teachers and my fellow friends. My name is Mithrra and I'm from SMK Kepong. Today I stand before you to discuss a topic that has been a silent killer for far too long, rabies. And I believe that knowledge is power, and as a teenager it's crucial for us to understand the basic of rabies, its consequences and how we can protect ourselves. So, in the next few minutes, I will shed light on what rabies is, its devastating impact, prevention measures, and the urgent need for collective action. But before I dive into all that, you might be wondering, what actually is rabies? Well, rabies is a viral disease that often lingers in the shadows of global health concerns. Yet, it is a menace that has plagued humanity for centuries. When mentioned the word rabies, the first thought that comes into my mind are dogs. And that is because the most common way to contract rabies is through a dog bite. Rabies is primarily transmitted through the bite of an infected animal, most commonly dogs, bats, raccoons, and other wildlife. It is one of the most lethal viruses known to humanity. Once symptoms appear, rabies is almost fatal, making it one of the most lethal viruses known to man. The initial statements of rabies often mistaken for the common illnesses such as fever, headache, and weakness. However, as the disease progresses, it leads to more severe symptoms such as hallucinations, paralysis, aggression, and rabies progresses through several stages, with each stage marked with distinct symptoms. These stages typically occur over a period of several days to weeks, and once the later stages set in, the disease is almost always fatal. So, the first stage of rabies is the incubation period. This is the early stage of rabies, during which the virus begins to multiply at the site of bite or scratch. There are usually no noticeable symptoms during this period, which can last from few days to several months, depending on the factors such as the location of the bite and the amount of virus introduced. The second stage is the prodromal stage. This stage lasts for a few days and is characterized by early non-specific symptoms that can resemble the flu. Common prodromal symptoms include fever, headache, malaise, and discomfort at the site of the wound. Then it's followed by otic mucosal stage. This is the most critical stage of rabies. It typically follows by prodromal stage and is marked by more severe symptoms. This may include hyperactivity, hydrophobia, which is the fear of water, due to painful throat spasms, confusion, hallucinations, and paralysis, often leading to coma. Next, we have the paralytic stage. In this stage, the patient experiences weakness in muscles and paralysis, leading to difficulty in moving or breathing. Paralysis can be widespread, affecting the entire body. Lastly, it will lead to coma and death. As the symptom progresses, the patient eventually falls into coma and without intensive medical support succumbs to respiratory failure. Death usually occurs within few days to weeks onset of the symptoms. Just imagine losing your loved ones to rabies. It must be devastating and heart-wrenching. The emotional toll of witnessing a loved one decline as they progress through the stages of rabies, from initial flu-like symptoms to terrifying neurological symptoms, is unimaginable. The fear, the helplessness, and the grief that accompany such loss are profound. But worry not, there are multiple ways to protect yourselves and your loved ones from rabies. The most common ways is through vaccination. Ensure your pets, especially dogs and cats, are vaccinated against rabies. This only not safeguards them, but also reduces the risk of transmission to humans. Next, you should seek for medical attention if bitten by an animal. It's encouraged to wash the wound thoroughly with soap and water and seek immediate medical attention. Last but not least, we should definitely educate our community. We should spread awareness about rabies in your community as such a fatal disease. Encourage responsible pet ownership and support local efforts to vaccinate stray animals too. In conclusion, rabies is a deadly disease that can be prevented throughout awareness, responsible pet ownership, and timely medical intervention. By taking these steps, we can work together to eliminate the threat of rabies in our communities and protect both humans and animals from this devastating illness. Let us join hands in this to fight against rabies and ensure a safer and healthier future for all. Thank you.